What's up, everybody? This is Enlightened Masculinity podcast. I'm your host, Yogi Chris, aka Pimpin' Yogi, and I have with us guests from Base 3. So I live in Base 1. Base 1 is where Arash Dibazar lives, AZD, number one pickup artist, player, relationship coach, seduction artist, whatever you want to call it. The guy is amazing. He's top on the planet, world class. I live with him. And so do three other guys here in Base 1. This is called Base 1 because the IMC Nation movement is a worldwide movement. I got a map over here that you're listening to the audio, but this map has pins all over the world where the top IMC Nation players are. And what I have today on this show is all five of the guys that just moved in together in what's known as Base 3, Los Angeles. And so we have Base 2 also here in San Jose, California, and Base 3 is down south in Los Angeles, 6 hours south of us. So the five guys there, IMC Oracle, IMC Powerhouse, IMC Jaime Galeana, IMC Chris motherfucking Cruz, and IMC Andrew Valencia live in Base 3 there, and maybe some more guys in the future also. So it's an organic thing, but this is a very powerful movement. These men, I know because I live in a base, that it's an opportunity to live again, man. I mean, it's like an assist on you rebirthing your life, whatever you were at age 20 to age 40 or even beyond. Like, you're in this phase of your life that you see your values skyrocketing as you study this IMC tech communication relationship stuff. And how much are you going to be able to succeed as a lone wolf out there by yourself, living with yourself, or what, living with your girlfriend, living with your wife, living with, what are you going to do? Like, those are the options. So you're going to live with some guys. Who are those guys going to be? Some old college buddies that aren't studying relationship stuff. They're out, they're blue pilled, man. Who are you going to live with? Your brothers that are studying this philosophy. And I don't want to talk so much about it, so much as talk with these guys and hear their perspective on, I mean, it's relatively new. It's like 2 weeks in the making, but these guys are long-standing IMC Nation guys. I've had all of them on the show, some of them many times on the show, Powerhouse and Oracle. And, so they're established. So I just want to hear their perspective moving in together and what it's been like for them gaming together and, this whole operation. So IMC Base 3, welcome to the show. I'll start off with you, Oracle. Seniority goes first, man. Or I'll just start off with you, Oracle, and then we'll just move like wherever inspiration moves us. Like, what's it been like, man? What the process and living there at Base 3? How is it there? Give us a perspective.
Well, first of all, thank you for having me on. It's a pleasure and a privilege to be on with you, like always.
Thank you.
You've witnessed my growth since the very beginning because you're the one that recruited me, right? So, I feel like we have a special connection there because of that history. So my purpose in all of this is like, since day one, just growth for myself. I'm very selfish in that sense that I want to continue to grow. I've witnessed my own growth. And with the brothers here, now we get to really take it to the next level. Like you said, being a lone wolf is one thing. You can accomplish X, Y, Z by yourself for sure. But we've seen what beast camps do. And this is like having a beast camp every fucking day, if we wanted it to be. So that's kind of what we're aiming for, what we're looking for. And it's just whatever. There's no limit to what we can do.
Yeah, what do you mean by what do you mean by, I think I know what you mean, but for the audience, what do you mean by it's like a beast camp every day, or it could be if you wanted it to?
So, one of the things that for myself is there's a lot of conversations with ourselves where we limit ourselves as to what we can do and what we're capable of doing.
You mean like self-talk?
Like self-talk, a lot of self-talk, like, I screwed up. One of my favorite conversations is like, I can't get XYZ done because I already screwed up A.
That's one of your favorites.
So that one's my favorite, or used to be my favorite. So eventually I got over it on my own, but now it's a whole different experience because you see guys moving differently than you do. You see guys doing things that you want to do, things that you want to mimic. Yeah. And we're right there in person teaching you without saying a damn thing.
Exactly. Yeah, because we all have aspects of our character and what we do that are very masculine and very admirable, other people admire, and then aspects that we don't, that aren't that way. And we're so accustomed and used to our patterns and whatever. And when we see another guy, we see things that we admire in him that like, and then if we live with 3 or 4 guys and they all have qualities that it just makes us more rounded, we're like, we start dropping the shit that we don't like and adopting some mannerisms or whatever of you know, the people we do like, and everybody gets stronger, you know? So anyway, that's what I'm seeing as you're talking. Powerhouse, what's up, brother?
What's going on, man?
Man, why do I have the feeling that you found this house? Who found the house?
No, Chris Cruz actually found this house.
Oh, we're gonna have to talk to him really quick, man. What was that process like for you? Like, you were just on board with it? Was like, what's it been like, man? I mean, we just had you on the show like a week or two ago, but like, give us a feel for base 3. You've been here to base 1 a bunch of times. Like, I don't know if you've ever stayed overnight here at base 1, but man,
No,
but
yeah,
I'm
no,
sure
no.
it's been great. I mean, I know it's been great living at base 3, but like, what's any surprises, any synchronicities, anything stand out? What are some standout things?
Well, I really like how you introduced the whole concept of basing up, the opportunity to live again. That really stands out. It makes a whole lot of sense for me, because I was in a long-term relationship, 5 years. I was living with her and my child, and I found myself in a place where my growth was very limited. Everything had turned into routine. Everything was just at times chaotic, more times than you would want it to be. And just basing up here with the guys now, it's a whole different world. That's for sure. A lot of readjusting, not only to living with a bunch of guys, but internally, it was like, hey, I removed myself from what I used to know, what became my life then.
Yeah.
And, being placed in a whole different setting, and obviously going to beast camps and witnessing firsthand the way you guys would live. I definitely conditioned myself, and allowed me to condition myself to want that for myself too, right? And so in seeing base 1, all of you guys, the way you guys were living, it was something that I admired, something that I wanted for myself, something that I wanted to experience, and having done it right here, right now with these guys, I can't wait to see the results. Going back to what Oracle was saying, is it gives us the opportunity for all of us to work as team here, and be that extra set of eyes that are that I know that they're looking out for my back first and foremost, right? And so that's we've already started having a lot of those experiences, and having some of those breakthroughs, realizations, and it's only the beginning. So super exciting.
Yeah, fuck yeah. The first 2 speakers here, Oracle and Powerhouse, brothers, blood brothers, and living together in the base there, and Powerhouse, I mean, you're in your 30s, you're successful, family, women, child, and then being this opportunity to be born again. I'm curious, when you said there's some adjustments you making to now living with guys, from your background, living with your woman for years and around the kid and whatever, what are some of the adjustments that come to mind that like you've noticed?
Well, for one, I'll tell you that the energy, it's completely different. The being around a woman for years, it's a whole different world. It's different energy ultimately. All right, the communication is different. The daily life is my daily life was completely different, especially having my kid around. Yeah. So readjusting that for me right now is probably one of the most challenging things, right? Because not seeing him every day, not that I'm not able to, so I'm not seeing him every day is where the challenge is coming in. But regardless, that is something that is being addressed. Is going to be taken care of, where I work out a schedule and being able to spend quality and powerful time with him, where I don't feel like I'm missing out on anything. So that's one of the biggest adjustments that I'm working on for myself. Living here with the guys also, it's a lot. It's like a bunch of chiefs all put in one place, right? We're all leaders,
Mhm.
and there's a high levels of yang energy, right?
Yeah.
And so knowing that is it's an adjustment as well, just so that there's mutual respect first and
Sure.
foremost.
Yeah.
So that's an adjustment of energy. That's why I say energy, coming from a place where it was just myself and my wife. It was completely different.
For sure. Yeah, we don't need to go into all the evolutionary psychology, but that's a nasty position to find yourself in. You get over leveraged and you don't have much say so. You just gotta shake it off, man. And then work out that schedule. Like that's gonna be great. Because once you work out that schedule, it's going to be stronger. You're going to be more polarized, meaning you're going to be masculine instead of all blended together, all feminized, living with your woman. And so your son will get a much better reference, clear reference.
Exactly.
That's invaluable. That's worth a retirement savings. So that's super cool, man. Yeah, we'll have to check it back in with base 3. Talk again in the future. People follow the history of this show, like some diehard fans that just watch them all, so as they catch up through the old stuff, I mean, they'll see the evolution of Oracle and Powerhouse and everybody, including myself. I was just listening to like episode 13 of my show or whatever, because I was reworking the title or description or whatever. And man, it's different vibe, different voice, different co-hosts. It was like a different time. I was embarrassed. I almost wanted to delete the episode. And I think I will, because I talk about doing it. So I probably will. But by the way, just as a shout out, Miracle J. Miracle J is the coordinator for IMC podcast, Enlightened Masculinity. He's on the show right now, so shout out Miracle J. Awesome. So let's go to Chris motherfucker Cruz, the founder, the discoverer, the fucking conqueror of the search, like Christopher Columbus. He found the new world, found the new house, base 3. What's up, man? Tell us about that. Like, how'd they get you on board? Well, we haven't had you on the show since you have been on the base 3 hunt. It's been several months since we had you on the show. So yeah, real quick, tell us about the process.
Yeah. So it's kind of like you mentioned, what kind of synchronicities have happened, and I think it was like it was already meant to be.
Even get closer to the mic, or even stand, closer to the mic.
Is this a little bit better right here?
It's a little bit better, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, the camera, we end up posting the audios. They get tons of views. The videos we don't always post. So I might post this video, but so you don't have to look pretty, but sound loud.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So it was already meant to be, I want to say, because when Oracle, myself, and I believe who else was it? Jaime?
Addicts.
Well, Addicts.
Powerhouse.
No. Somebody. When we saw the house at first,
It was just,
we had a good feeling. I don't know if it was just me, but I had a feeling like, this is it right here. And
well, so you're in like Los Angeles area. You're in Fullerton or wherever you are, but that's like, to me, I've always just thought of like the whole thing is like LA. And was it tough to find the house? What was this number 10 that you looked at, or pricing? What's it like?
Was the first one.
Yeah. We've actually been looking for quite some time, since last year actually, and everything just lined up so perfectly where everybody was just like, okay, let's do it. And then at first I sent this house, and then I think Oracle was like, oh, like it's a little bit of a drive, like I don't think it's gonna work.
Yeah.
And then I don't know, man. I kept telling these guys, hey, like this is a perfect move. Look, everybody has a fucking restroom, everybody has a room. And then sure enough, we finally came in person. And I think when we came in person, we had a good feeling inside of us, like, okay, this is it, because I think we already started like, hey, this is so-and-so's room, this is so-and-so's room. And right now, the real estate market, at least around here, it's fucking insane, man. Like people are fucking getting these houses like quick, and you have to have like really good credit and so on. But anyways, it turns out they told us at first, like, hey, you know what, it's not gonna happen. You guys aren't gonna get the house. And we showed up like at the middle of the night, like 11, because we saw the house, me, Oracle, and I think it was Jaime.
Yep.
And Andrew and Powerhouse never saw it, so we wanted them to take a look. So we came like 11. We came like 11 at night, and then sure enough, there was the owner was actually here, and it was vacant when we came. So we look all scary, pulling up, like everybody had their own fucking car in the driveway. He's like, what the hell's going on out here?
Yeah.
And we talked to him, we're like, oh, you know what? We thought it was empty. We just wanted to come check it out. The other person, they never saw it. But anyways, the agent who was listening, she was like, oh, like you guys ruined it for yourselves. Like he was so mad that you guys did that, blah, 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 blah.
Really?
And thanks to Oracle, he worked his magic on this agent. And then sure enough, I mean, it fell into our hands.
Yeah.
No. Yeah, because of Oracle, man, he kept persisting and he kept doing his thing and he made it work.
Oracle, how integral or how important was what you've learned from Arash and your ability to influence that real estate agent? Did it play a role? Were you already savvy at that, or did you employ techniques, or tell us about that?
Well, it's very simple to me. It's all logic, which is AZD tech, right? Obviously, we know logic is logic, but it's never been applied at the level that it's being applied to right now. So that's all I did, just use logic and explain exactly what happened. And she had no option but to submit in our terms.
Yeah, sounds like it. I mean, success is your proof. That's great.
Yeah.
And, so what if you've been looking for 8 months? You're in the house now. There was a lot of failures, but if you'd given up, then it would have been a lot of failures, but all it is now is a success. So, all right, Mr. Jaime Galliena, base, man, did you always know you were going to be basing up here? Or how did that come about?
We did have an idea back in September that the idea was thrown out there, but it never came, it never came through. So this last time when we talked about it, it came at the right time, like Chris Cruz said.
Yeah.
But for me, it was a opportunity for me to know what it's like to be around the IMC brothers.
Yeah, man.
All the time.
Yeah.
I kind of resonate a lot with Powerhouse. I lived with my ex for over a year.
Yeah.
And then, that was a bad experience for me. I couldn't be with her, fucking 24 hours.
Yeah.
And then moving back to my parents, then I saw the same thing. It wasn't the same anymore.
Of course.
So that's when I was totally convinced to just come and base up with.
Oh, man, so much growth. What's been the most exciting part about it for you so far?
For me, is learning about everyone here, from especially Powerhouse and Oracle.
Yeah.
I see them as almost like mentors.
You see their leadership, man. They're really
learn a lot from them for sure.
Man, they're super strong, man. And hell yeah. Yeah, there's gonna be so much growth, man. That's so cool. I mean, you're living with your IMC brothers.
Yep. Oh yeah, I mean, even everyone, Chris Cruz, Andrew, even Tattoo Addicts, and learning from everybody for sure. And I feel like I'm gonna grow really quick.
Yeah, the conversations, the evolution is real. You got to do each other's ideas, and so your whole nervous system's become like pattern to each other's conversations, and you just become a much bigger, more space inside, more able to understand so many different perspectives and whatever. And the fact that you're all allied under a common thing that's bigger than you, the IMC Nation tribe. So that kind of keeps everybody in line. So when there's internal conflict, like I remember the first time I got in a fight with Cortez and I was like all nervous or whatever, but then it was like, we're like, neither of us are willing to leave the tribe. So we're going to have to figure it out. Like, so it's like a cushion there versus if it was just some guys living together, like they'd break up like girls or whatever, because they're not in the same army. They're just like a bunch of bachelors living together. Like we're all in the same fucking platoon or something. Right on. Well, anything, wait, where's Valencia? And this goes
right here.
Valencia, brother, man, what's been the best part about this for you? Andrew Valencia, IMC Monk, beast.
Everything, growth and every level for sure.
Talk about it. What's the growth like living with guys? Have you lived with guys before as an adult?
Now this is actually going to be, I mean, this the same like everyone, right? My first time. Yeah.
You guys are going to change so much in the next 50 weeks. Like the preparation, you're going to, the wisdom.
Exactly. We all have the same beliefs, the same path that, we have the same mission in life, which is protect each other's energy and the tribe, of course.
Yeah.
Earlier you said something pretty powerful. pretty cool. I mean,
Thank you.
for me, it was like that comfort of environment, right? Where I was living in that condition, which I felt suppressed as well. Even though, you know, I was doing the brotherhood and everything, I still felt suppressed in the certain level with the family, living with the family.
Yeah, it
So
creates a lot of static charge, you know, that's
Right.
going to go, because internally you're the words floating around in your head are all powerful and all these great teachings and whatever, but on the external, they never flow out. So
There we go. Exactly.
on the carpet and it's just ready to shock somebody.
Exactly. Exactly. So that's, to me, is very powerful because we could speak that language towards each other. And once we start, you know, mastering ourselves like that, and it's just, it's over. That's it. You know, it's just, that's what it's going to keep us going and be in the same path, you know, look out for each other for sure. And, you know, no slacking, you know, if you're slacking, hey, we got to help you level up and stuff like that. So, yeah.
For sure. It's good energy. Real nice.
Yeah, I have it. Most definitely.
For sure, brothers. All right. Well, we got about like 7-8 minutes left. Any inspirations or any cool things that you'd like to share? Like maybe things that you didn't know it'd be like that when you move in with each other. Like any surprises? That's actually a good question. Like
surprised that I'm here. Surprised that this is happening because I mean, it just feels so right. Like at times I'm just like, word, like I kind of like already imagined it. You know, I already had it in my mind. Like I can't, like this is gonna happen. And like the first day that we came and saw this house, we were all like, oh, we're gonna do this, we're gonna do this, we're gonna do this, we're gonna do this. And then we kept looking for a while. And then after Beast Camp, we get a call that I think it was it you? Or a text, Powerhouse from, what is it, the agency? Yeah. She was like, you know, like, let's make it happen, you know, you guys qualify or whatever, something like that, you know? So it just happened. Like, it just all came into place. Like, it was just crazy. After that, like, that's it. Just go with the path. Like, whatever the universe gives, you know, no doubts, nothing. Let's go. Boom. That's it. Like, it's just right. It feels right. That's it. That's how, like, it just feels right. And there's more growth. Like, they've been helping me in so many levels. Like, I'm like grateful for everything, bro. Like, it's just IMC, everything, bro. Like, it's just.
Oh, yeah. It's great, man, because I've been around like 6.5 years or so, 7 years maybe or so, about 6.5 years since I did my first event in person and met some other guys, none of which are still around except for Rick Lamore and Brian Casella and Arash, of course, and Miracle and Jordan Amari was around, but I didn't meet him in person. So those are the guys I met in person the first time I came live. And, you know, there was not this tight knitness. There was not monthly events. There was not living with each other. There was barely even meeting each other outside of an event that you would fly across the country for. I was the first person I'd ever heard about, maybe not the first person it ever happened to, but I was the first person I'd ever heard about meeting another IMC guy outside of San Jose or LA during an event or Vegas. It was Johnny Freedom Ranger outside of Houston, Texas, was the first guy I met. We kicked around a soccer ball, smoked some weed after dark. And then the next guy I met was Cameron McGriff in Tampa. And then I met Akash and another guy who's no longer in IMC up in Pittsburgh. And then I met Pyro in Tampa. This is all before anybody living together. And there were not yet full, it was basically monthly events. It was still messengers. So it was like it was when somebody signed up. So it wasn't like as consistent as every 4 weeks. And then, man, shit, it's amazing to see the time track of it. Then the Love Spell Bootcamp started happening. And that's when I got into deeper communication with Raul Cervantes and Jose Ibarra Guerrero. I remember that. I remember because I had two Jose's, because it's Raul Jose Cervantes. So I had two Jose's, and I was never interacting with Jose's all my life. I remember thinking I have two Jose's, and I would get them confused sometimes. I have to like look really carefully. And that's when like monthly gatherings, it became like consistent monthly things. And man, and now guys are living with each other. We got 5 beasts that are living together in LA area. We got 4 beasts that are living together here in San Jose, and then 5 other beasts that are living together here in San Jose. And we got I think 4 or 5 guys that already live in Phoenix. They live in Phoenix. And there's more guys in LA. Maybe a second base could be there in LA too. That'd be dope. That right there, that's 5 bases easy. And cool. So we need to wrap it up. Any other surprises or mind-blowing things that have happened in the first couple of weeks? Any of you?
Damn.
Well, I personally just want to give a shout out to Addicts. I know he's not in the frame here, but he's been a big integral part of building all this.
Yeah.
So I just want to give a shout out to him because he's part of the base, even though he doesn't technically live here.
Yeah, right on.
Yet.
What role, what integral, when he played an integral role, what did he help out with?
I mean, with everything, man, like just everything, he brought some food as well, bringing some, just everything, his energy, and
He's like a big brother, you know?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if you want to.
Yeah, Tad Addicts. What's up, brother?
Here it is.
What's up, man? What's up, Yogi?
Hey, what's up? Man.
Everything's up, man. Everything's up.
Yeah. Are you gonna be tattooing the guys at the base?
Base at my shop. I'm around the corner. I'm like 20 minutes away.
Yeah.
So eventually the plan is for me to pull up over here too as well. Make it 6.
What would that be like? Is there a 6 bedroom or what would you do?
There's like an area here that I think is considered like the kitchen, right?
No, the dining area.
The
But
dining
it's
area.
its own
The
room,
dining
though.
area. But it's kind of open.
Yeah.
I don't know if you can see.
Uh-huh.
So I would just need something here to cover this.
Such a sweet
And it
guy.
could be used as the room.
Yeah.
So
That's great.
yeah.
Man. So what's it been like for you, man, seeing this manifest?
It's been
journey, man. Where have you been at? What was your IMC journey? We got like a second. Give us a quick up to present with it.
my journey. I just try to, show up as much as possible.
Like you found
I know-
Arash like 2 years ago on YouTube or something?
Yeah, in 2019 after having a near fatal accident.
Yeah, you fell
During that time, I started watching a lot of videos from AZD,
Yeah.
and that's when I think I started attending No Fucks Given
right on.
podcast,
Yeah,
and then shortly you reached out to me
yeah.
and mentioned about the Lions Den.
Mhm.
And I said, let's do it. I joined the Lions Den, and shortly after, that's when I took my first trip to San Jose.
Yes. And this
Yeah.
evolution. And when did you think that you were going to be moving into a base with these guys?
Well, as soon as there was talk about it, like Jaime mentioned in September, I know 5 or 6 of us at that time, we were ready to go. Myself,
Yeah.
going to go look at 2 different places around the area here in Orange County.
Yeah.
But things didn't work out at that time. So afterwards, it kind of, the search kind of died out a little bit.
Yeah.
In December, I tried to bring it up again, and nothing really happened as well. Until recently, it just, like everybody's saying, it came in naturally, like it's meant to be. Everything
What did you
happens
get,
for a
like, 1 year
reason.
lease there?
Say what?
Did you guys got a 1-year lease there?
I don't know. Is
yeah,
it
1
one?
year.
Yeah, 1.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's probably too soon to think about if it's going to be longer than that. But I mean, you just do what we did. You just move to another place or stay in that place or whatever.
Yeah.
Sick, man. Well, any closing thoughts? Anybody inspired to say anything at the end, or I'll wrap it up? Cool.
We're excited.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Just what we've been able to do so far already, and like I said, it's an exciting time. We've gone out on hunts. I see everyone where we're at and where we can improve, right? And again, where we're looking out for each other's back. I get feedback from the guys, and I give feedback, and that right there is like ultimately one of the biggest things that we can embrace and practice, because ultimately I don't have eyes in the back of my head. I don't always see myself, because I'm practicing on getting better. I see myself from the outside, and they're that because they know the practice, they know the AZD process. So in us doing that, man, and we're already doing it when we go out on hunts, it's been crazy. I'm telling you, the synergy that we're creating right now. Like I didn't know how good Chris Cruz was. I didn't know how good Tad Addix was. Right. So now that we're coming together, it's, you know, we're really getting to know each other on a whole different level, which is fucking dope, man. Because again, the AZD process, we're all on it, and that's the difference. Like what you had said earlier, this ain't no frat house. No, this is a temple, and we're treating it as such, to where we get to practice and leveling up, right? The AZD process.
Hell yeah. Thank you for that. Well, guys, if you're catching this recording or if you're not on, sign up for the gathering, get that leveling up process, go to imcbase1.com, check it out. The latest event is coming up. It's always super dope. And we're going to that lecture right now with AZD. So Base 3, it's a pleasure on this journey with you, and I'll see you soon. Os.